Jaya. I'm one of the co-founders of the Story of Foundation, and I'm excited to answer these questions today. Our first task was to select themes that were universally multi-perspective, and that's why Light in 2015, Space in 2017, and Mind since 2019. We then reached out to curators with different ideas and networks from these disciplines, and then from there to the artists, scientists, and cultural practitioners to get their own stories into the picture. This was quite a journey. We started off with corporate sponsorships for Light, thinking that's the way to go. So we reached out to Philip, to Bajaj, and tried to make that connection. It wasn't very successful. We then reached out to our friends and family through a crowdfunding campaign. We approached the government of Goa, pitching it as an art and culture event or as a science communication event. For the foreign participants who responded to the call, we reached out to different embassies as they usually support travel and some production costs. CSR is also a way to go, but we were not registered for ATG. In fact, we just set up the foundation, and but that is also a good avenue. My background is in physics, astronomy, and education or learning. And I would not feel too comfortable to speak about artistic approaches to the environment. But what I got out of interacting with art and what our audience has got out of it is getting better in touch with their feelings and reflection practices. Public art interventions in particular work really well for seed planting, and whether the seed grows is a matter of further effort. Our process was to put out an open call. We put a lot of questions around motivation and the learning angle. A team of us read it all and shortlisted about 50 to 100 projects, and then we just started individual conversations with each person, couple, or group, and either a click happens or it doesn't. Most people think that scientists and artists are very different, but they have a lot of similarities. Both ask questions and seek answers. Both build metaphors and conceptual understandings of the world. Both think about reproducibility, but quite differently. An artist's work has value when their work is not very reproducible, while a scientist's job is to ensure that their work is reproducible. Both are very well acquainted with failure, and neither of them fear the unknown. Both welcome being critical and criticism, and it's a part of their processes. And in the archetype, both are often called crazy. And there are many reasons for scientists and artists to collaborate more. New modes of public communication and engagement emerge. For example, Institute B61 presented Evolution of the Stars, where Jan, who's the director, works on building metaphors for communicating abstract concepts in science. And this manifested as a 13 audiovisual room installation, which was a big hit. New ways of producing emerge. For example, Akash from Soundcodes works on archiving heritage sites in a different way through acoustic signatures. New ways of knowing and thinking emerge. For example, Dr. Coralie de Lima, an interdisciplinary scientist, collaborated with Dr. Prafullata Rajput, who's a dancer and an Ayurvedic doctor, to tell the story of conservation as a story of space, combining modern research and mythology. New understandings of materials emerge. Nadine Badlow, an artist from Germany, used PO foam to make these colorful biomorphic structures to talk about toxicity, because the structures looked very toxic, but they were not of a toxic material. And new modes of learning emerge. One of my favorite works was a collaboration between Ran Peleg, a science educator, sculptor, Claudia Sudini, a performance artist and educator, and Abrar Burke, an interactive designer. And they designed this escape room, which they titled Ex Nihilo, which means creation out of nothing. And it served as an excellent tool to learn about light and the electromagnetic spectrum. I'd like to recommend the Glow Festival in Eindhoven and Floating University Berlin. They may not be similar, but they are very inspirational. Thank you.